welcome along and welcome back to Holmakra. Today we're going to head down to the shop. We're going to do a little bit of rearrangement. It is December, so there's not an awful lot. Well, to be perfectly honest, it doesn't matter what time of year really that we do the wood cutting and that we do logging. But somebody did point out that we have a lot of stuff down here that really needs emptying from our place and sort of stacking up. So we're going to be doing quite a bit of that to start off with today, and then we might head back up the mountain and get some more bits done. I'm very tempted actually to get some more trailers with the flatbeds on. We know that we can get about 6 lots on here without too much hassle. But I think we're going to end up with a lot more than that. And I want to kind of have one type per trailer. So what have we got sitting around here? I think we've got a fair amount in storage. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got 16,000 litres in storage, 18,000 litres in storage, and 9,000 litres in storage. So dry boards 1 and dry boards 3 are the ones we want to load up first. Over here, we have some dry boards 1. This is also dry boards 1. So I think we're going to end up outputting a lot of dry boards 1s first, getting them all loaded up. Then it'll give us one of the others to do as well. So it's going to be a lot of getting these loaded up. And then, as I said, maybe it might be worth getting a third trailer and basically go dry boards 1, 2, and 3 and hauling it that way. We know from past experience that we can haul more with this setup than we thought, and should be able to control things. It's a little bit more stable than other setups have been, so it's good from that point of view. But yeah, setting each set of boards on their own trailer would probably work out really well for us, especially as I think these dry board 1s tend to be a little bit smaller, or a little bit lower than the other two. So it would work out well for us. That is not a dry board 1 though, that has just spawned, and I've pushed those slightly too far. So I'm going to rearrange that. And then we'll go and see what's just spawned out of our factory. So what is our first lot here? Let's have a look. So this is a dry boards 2. Perfect, because that can immediately go on our second trailer. And yeah, we can get a third trailer. We have the money to do it. I have decided, I think, that we're going to have a clean start when we move across to Silver Run Forest. What we'll do is we'll sell everything up here. We will then take the money over to Silver Run and nothing else. That way we get a nice clean start over on Silver Run Forest. And we get to explore the equipment that's in the DLC. That's not to say we might not end up with some equipment that we've got on here over there. The Phoenix here is just a cracking setup. And for carting stuff and doing things like that, it's brilliant. So we might end up with that still over there. But the one we've got, I think our Phoenix here has quite a few hours on it anyway. Yeah, this has got 40 hours on it, our current Phoenix anyway. So I'd probably want to get a new one rather than, as somebody rightly pointed out, shipping all this equipment from Europe over to the States, where Silver Run Forest is based. So yeah, we're going to go with that. That looks like a dry boards 1. That is a dry boards 1. That needs to go on our first trailer, not on our second. And then yeah, dry boards 3. When those start popping out, we're going to have to go and get a third trailer, I think. Thankfully, these whole trailer setups are reasonably cheap. So this is, no, it's another dry boards 2. So yeah, we've not got any dry boards 3 out. At the moment, it seems to be alternating between the 1s and the 2s. We will eventually get a 3 out. and get those sold. They're all worth about the same. The only thing that we've had is we've had a big request. I try to remember what they're called. But yeah, a great demand. We've had a great demand on the dry boards 2 a couple of times. It's why we have fewer dry boards 2 overall. And it looks like we'll easily fit 6 of the dry boards 1s. We will fit 4, maybe 6 of the dry boards 2. And I think the dry boards 3 are about the same. Let's have a look at this. What is this? That is also a dry boards 2. So that will go on here. And yeah, I'm not sure how many... Is there any litres difference between the dry boards 1s, 2s and 3s? So that is 1,700 litres. That is 1,700 litres. I'm looking at this and kind of going, considering they're all worth the same amount of money, for the amount that you can stack on a trailer, dry boards 1 would be worth doing. And I think looking at the sell price of these, 13, yeah, they all seem to be about the same price. High point for dry board 1s are 1654, 1795 for dry boards 2s, but they tend to peak in October, which is when we've had the great demands, and then yeah, again in July, 1644. I'm expecting the dry boards 2s to be about the same price as the others when we come to do a July sell-off. We're going to be jumping forward a few months to do that, just before we switch. And yeah, again, this is a dry board 2, so this needs to go onto our second trailer. Almost as if it knows that I don't have the third trailer yet. All it's given me so far is dry board 1s and dry board 2s, which is really odd, especially considering that we've got fewer of either of those than we have of the 3s. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. I think I'm going to need to start strapping these down though soon. Yeah, that is... So we've got 4 of those on there. I think that is probably a safe stack of those. What have we got on here? This is our first dry board 3 come out. Let's have a look at our production now and see what we've got. So yeah, we've got 1 more dry board 2 that can come out. We've got plenty more 1s and 3s that can come out. This is going to be a case of we'll get these trailers stacked up. We'll get them ready. And then when it comes to doing sales, we'll be immediately ready for that. And then the rest, we're going to have to sort of stack on the outside. Should I say this is a 3? Yeah, this is our first 3 to come out. So actually, let's put that down. And I think what we'll go and do is we'll go and get ourselves a third trailer. We can bring it over here with the JCB, and we can get 3 trailers all set up for when we want to sell, and we can empty the rest out and stack them ready to load up later. Before we continue, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create my own custom line of PCs suitable for everybody from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. Apex Gaming PCs are offering up to $250 off your next purchase, just by using my link in the description below. So go check them out. So as I said, the dollies are not very expensive for this. Where are they? Yeah, there they are. Lizard pup trailer frame. Perfect. So we want this. I'm going to put the Phoenix tires on it with white decals. Frame and rim color will leave. And I am going to go no plate. Okay. 5,500 is not expensive for that. And then on top of that, we want a flatbed. So we've just got the standard flatbed. Main color, I am going to go with the olive aged. There we go. And by that. Again, that is 4,500. So it's 9,000 for that. We easily pay for that with our setup, or with a trailer full of these. So yeah, let's bring this around, hook this up, and I think this will hook up to this JCB. I hope it will. If it doesn't, I'll have to bring my truck round. Yeah, there we go. Hook that all up. And yeah, this JTB actually really useful as a piece of equipment to shuttle stuff around the yard as well. I really like it, and I think we need to have something like this when we move over to Silver Run. Something to sort of move stuff about. I will be keeping an eye out very much for that. Further back. There we go. Be right in it to do it. And now we can take this over and get this in a position where we can start loading up some dryboard 3s. So again, one of the nice things about our JCB here is it's really, really maneuverable. So if I want to get this in as close as possible to the place where I want it to hook up, just do that and get it at a really obtuse angle, and then come in here and disconnect like so. And then we can just pull ourselves out the way, and it means we're going to have a minimal bit of reversing to get that back trailer on. My middle trailer, actually, I did in the green. Yeah, we've got this one in the green, we've got this one in the black. There we go. Loaded that. So now we want to grab these dryboard 3s and get them onto that third trailer. Nice and set up for transport later on. So we've got probably I think after this episode, we've probably got 2 episodes left on here. So the plan for the next couple of videos is going to be one final push next time to get as much wood and logs and everything processed as we can. After that, I think the plan is going to be to load up and sell. We'll move forwards to July and load up and sell, which will line up quite nicely with moving into Silver Run in August, and doing that way. These are dryboard 2s. Right, so now I want to start stacking up by side here. Yeah, and sort of setting ourselves up to then immediately move into Silver Run, sort of about 3 weeks' time. With that close to the release of the logging map and the Platinum Edition, we'll then be going twice a week for Forestry. So we'll probably be doing Forestry Friday and Forestry Tuesday, possibly, initially. I haven't decided exactly which day. We might, that first week, go Friday and Monday, possibly. But yeah, we are going to be having a nice little play around with Silver Run Forest and doing our setup. I think we'll earn enough money off here from what we own to do at the very least a start from scratch setup. What do we own? So we own this big area of land. It's 147,000 is the value of it. Plus we've got our owned equipment. So we've got 24,000 in the tractor. Our Phoenix is worth 18. Our car is worth nothing. We've got lots of these pup trailers to sell at about 5,000 each. Forestry equipment, yeah, we've got a fair amount there. Front loaders, got 4,000. So yeah, I think we're gonna have enough to do a start from scratch setup. Without having to have a loan, and we're going to continue the whole no loan setup, dryboard 1, for that as well. So the idea being that it will be very much a continuation of our Forestry Friday series, when we move over to Holmakra. Just with all of our investment and our money from here going into getting ourselves set up on there. And I think for that setup, it's going to be very much a buy as much land as I can and lease the equipment. And hopefully we can stay ahead of the cost of leasing the equipment by how much we progress with doing the forestry. This is our last set of dry board ones that we're going to be able to load on here. So we can strap all this down after this. And that's... Dry board ones are so much less tool that we can definitely get them 3 high on there. I think we're going to end up really top heavy if we do the same with the 2s and the 3s. So yeah, we can fit more dry board ones on. May mean we end up with just a load of 2s and 3s later on. But at the moment, that is working in our favour. I'm having to jump out and check every time exactly which we've got. The ones are easy to spot. The 2s and 3s are in the same size boxes. So yeah, have to get out, check them, and then load them up if necessary. But yeah, it's all about emptying out our factory today, making sure that we are ready to go and make that money as soon as our prices are up to the £1,600 mark, and maximize how much we're going to get off here. I think we're going to make a lot of money off here this year. We've got our process nicely down. Those are 3s, and so those will be the last ones going onto our trailers today, ready for transport when the price gets up to a level that we want. Right, with that on there, let's back that off, and then we'll strap down the 3s. Perfect. So yeah, that is quite a lot of money's worth of wood on there. How much do we still have in here? We are looking at still 10,000 litres of each of the 1s and the 3s. Not enough to make a pallet of the 2s at the moment. This is a dry board 2. So if we put the 1s here and the 3s here, that will allow us to see how much more we've got to transport, plus whatever it is that we get processed, or whatever it is we get cut next time and down here. So as I said, these are the 1s. I think this is a pack of 1s. Yeah, it looks smaller than the... Nope, this is a pack of 3s. Never mind, we'll put the 3s here then, and the 1s down the nearest to our place. And that way we can keep a better track of exactly how much more we need to load up. But yeah, looks like we're going to be in a very good position. We're looking at least £2,000 per pallet we've got on there. So that is 12,000 on the first trailer, another 8,000 on the second, so it's 20,000 between the first 2. So 28,000 trailer. Sorry, a convoy that we take, and we are still producing pallets from this warehouse. That is absolutely fantastic. I think how far we get in this series is going to be really interesting. We've started with start from scratch on here, but with no loans, so we immediately had to repay the £200,000 loan that you get with start from scratch. So running no loans on here, we started with 300,000. We know that our land is worth about half of that. So what we need when we've sold everything else off really is another 100,000. Well, it's yeah, sorry, 150,000. We can certainly get to that with the equipment. Can we get to that, though, with the remaining wood? Can we need to make about 100,000. That will be 4 trips at the best price, roughly. It's going to be a tough one. We know we've got 1 trip. We know that we are coming up to a 2nd trip with what we have here. If we can process enough woodler next time and get ourselves in a position where we've got plenty going through our factories, we might just have enough in order to hit that 300,000 target. I would love for this series to have been a success, for us to have made a profit, no matter how small, with our setup here. It would be fantastic. It would mean that we would basically be going into Silver Run, though, with just £300,000, which is gonna be not a huge amount of money to fully explore that. So it's gonna be very much, I think, buy what we can forestry wise, lease our equipment and go from there, and try and make money as quickly as possible on there in order to max things out. Right, we've got nothing spawned out of the factory. Let's have a look then. And yes, that has done it. Now, interestingly enough, we still have 47,000 litres of planks, 46,000 litres of boards 2, and 47,000 litres of boards 3 to come through this. So there is a ton of material to work its way through here still. And it's a 1-to-1 as well on all 3 of these. So yeah, that is a huge amount of money that we can make from that. And well, that's right there, just in what still needs to be processed. Very much is the money we need. So I think we're going to be successful on here. How successful is going to be a good question. It's going to be a lot of trips on that day to get that done. We've got another full load of 3s and a bit more here. 2s are fairly low, but we know why that is. And we've got a full load of 1s ready to go as well. So, yeah, all in all, that's pretty good. I'm very, very happy with that. This, though, we need to now work out how best to do so. I might go cut some trees, actually. I think we might just head back up the mountain quickly and get these done. So take that off, take that off, and yeah, we'll move our Phoenix out of the way, and hopefully that will stop that jiggling. That'll settle down in a minute. Hopefully won't have exploded too much by the time we come to take those. And yeah, let's head back up the mountain because we still have a lot of daylight today. We've got a little bit of cleanup to do around here. There's a few stumps and bits. I've actually got my Phoenix up in the next area that I want to do. But I think we want to try and clear these stumps we've got out here first. So again, with our tractor, let's get that on the front. Lift it up. Turn it on. And we can grind these stumps out before we head back down to the main farm. Logging area, to our logging camp, and clear those off. Now, this is the kind of area I would go and replant, I think, if we were spending longer on here. And, yeah, just sort of get this all replanted, get a good set of trees here, stuff that's easy for us to cut over time, and just be a really good little area. Down with that. And up. It's the only problem with this is that, yeah, you lower it down, and you can end up with a whole load of worked ground. It seems to have an automatic ploughing ability. There we are, down and across, and I think that is all the stumps cleared out of this area. Yep. So let's turn that off, and we'll take this over here and I can show you the area that I want to work next, which is that flat bit up the top there. So let's drop this off here, nicely out of the way. Oh, we need to lower it first. And there we are. Yeah, it'd be nice if that didn't work the ground. Well, I don't know why it works the ground around here. It's not a plow, so I'm guessing all of this land is actually set out as farmable land, which is really interesting. Because normally it would have no effect on ground otherwise. Oh, right, yeah, we need to pop down to the main yard because we need to go and drop off our Tazoslo. So actually, I dropped the Tazoslo off up the top of the mountain because very likely we might need its chain at some point. And we're going to hook this up. Like, I really, really do like this 3-point forestry harvester. It is such a brilliant piece of kit. Has made a massive difference to us here, and we will definitely, if there's nothing like it in the DLC, we'll definitely be taking this with us on to the new map and seeing if we can get those set up and use this to get some early tree harvesting done. Rather than using the chainsaw. We should have some. I think we are running version 1.8.1 of Farm Sim, so we should have some extra lengths that we can play with here. Although I think this already has some extra lengths. God, this is struggling up this mountain. Yeah, we're gonna get, I think, a crawler tractor or something like that when we move over to Silver Run. Something that's a little bit more stable on the slopes than our New Holland, that has done us very well at this job, but has still been quite iffy on some of these slopes. So this is the area of trees we are going to cut. I'm going to start with the ones higher up the slope, I think. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if it's in it, but certainly in the blog we saw the new setup for how you mark where, or how you select where you're going to cut on trees and things with these harvesters, and it looks really, really cool. Now, why won't this unfold? I think no, I've got everything connected up there and there. So I need to unfold it. It won't unfold for me. That's weird. There we go. Had to do it on the keyboard. Wouldn't do it on my side panel. I can't remember if that was a thing. But we'll activate it. And yeah, so in the Giant showed in a blog earlier in the week, when you move a wood harvester around like this, it will show on the nearest tree a line, a glowing line. And then that will be where you're aiming to cut it, really. And when you get to that line, when you get to that position, it will go and turn. It will turn green, and you'll be able to do it. Why is that doing that? That's the camera. Open, close, up, down, yeah. I forgot that my controls need reconfiguring. So yeah, before the DLC comes out, my controls need reconfiguring, because at the moment they don't quite work as they should for harvesters. All right, that should cut it, I think. Let's give it a try. No. Let's bring this up. It will tell me then when I want to cut. We need to change the cut length as well. We need 5 meters on the cut length. Yeah, that line is going to make things so much easier, because we'll be able to much more easily see when we are in position to actually cut. Right, there we go. We can cut that there. Grab that. Up. And we're going to go round to this side here. Oh, that's falling the wrong way. That was close. Right, we're going to have to pull this across our the front of our tractor, which isn't ideal. I would very much like to not fall them that way. But let's cut 5-meter lengths. Yeah, the tractor won't be overly happy about that, but at least we're making a decent wood pile, be it halfway up the slope. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain to clean that up, but it's not going to be too bad. And now what I want to do is fold that up, back into position, back up, and we'll take the one slightly further up the slope and see if we can't do that. This tractor does have a tendency as well, I've noticed, to fall back into neutral quite often, which is I've always found that a little bit odd as well. Right, let's give ourselves some extra. Whoa, that's just no, that's supposed to give me extra hold, not less hold. And unfold. Yeah, see, this is why I want a tracked tractor. That should have been completely off the ground. Turn harvester on and switch over to it. And now come out here and get our length out. Yeah, when the shorter distances, it seems to be a little bit more picky. Also, I really like this camera angle. Makes things so much easier. There, right, cut it. Okay, so this is now dangerous. It's falling down mountain. We're going to send it that way. There we go. Right. So now I want to pull this in, down, and yeah, we'll get it to pile up around about here-ish, and hopefully it won't just roll straight down the mountain. Right, there we go. I am quite happy with that. We've got a couple of trees down. I've got another one fairly close to me that I think we can grab quickly. Yep. So we'll get that cut as well. And we know that 4 trees is enough for us to fill our trailer. Cut that there, up, and hopefully that falls. Yeah, if we can't get this onto our pile here. In fact, yeah, that's exactly what I can do. Perfect. That's gone a bit better than the other 2 have. And I think what you need to do is just maneuver things sometimes to fit a little bit better and make a nice pile. But yeah, there we go. That is 3 trees cut for today. We have maybe gone on a bit long, so I'm gonna finish this here. However, I think it's been pretty successful, all things considered. I'm quite happy. We're looking at having a lot of wood left over, and looking like we're gonna make plenty of money in the last couple of episodes on here. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.